So we are currently sitting here at Bangweulu at the Nsobi camp. This is the dining area that we are currently sitting at, where there's Wi-Fi. So yeah, we're lucky that we got the packages that we did.
When I say we, myself and my son Brett managed to win some package each of lechwe to hunt from the Resident Hunters Association and Department of National Parks and Wildlife Resident Hunters raffle. We had 4 lechwe each, and we thought we would share our experience with some friends of ours. We've come here today, I think it's the 12th of October 2025. I brought Brett, my son, with me, and my daughter Courtney, who is doing all the videoing for us and has done a sterling job. We've also brought a very dear friend of ours' son, Fourie Smith, who's come to shoot his first lechwe, and a very, very good friend of ours, Charles Moody, who's come. We've been hunting together for a couple of years now, and yeah, so he's also come to shoot his first lechwe. So a little bit about the hunting. So we've got 8 lechwe that we had to shoot. We've now finished shooting. We arrived here on Wednesday, this last week, and we traveled from Serenge, where we live. We had a little bit of car trouble, but yeah, we managed to get here eventually, set up camp in the beautiful campsites here. And on Thursday morning, we went to go and shoot our first lechwe. Now, there's an expectation that because there's thousands of these things, it's going to be, I think my son put it best, shooting fish in a barrel. And that's the kind of mindset that we came with, that it's going to be quick. We shoot a couple of lechwe and it's done. But we found them to be a little bit more challenging than what we expected. They're obviously very alert. They're very gregarious, so there's a lot of eyes looking at you to see predators, obviously.
To tell you what, it's been a lot more surprising. I had some expectations of what it was going to be like, and it's not entirely what I expected, to be honest. Yeah, everybody said it was going to be like shooting fish in a barrel, and yesterday that's what it felt like. But the day before, Thursday, and today, which is Saturday, have proven that that is not the case.
We had very big plans of how to shoot lechwe, but being our first hunt, they didn't seem to work from the start.
But yeah, I managed to shoot 2. The first one on Thursday. We were just gonna shoot those quickly because yeah, they took us far.
Must have been about 10 kilometers, and we found our first batch of lechwe. Well, I say we found our first batch of lechwe, we hadn't yet, but our scout told us, no, you're gonna have to walk from here. And Charles, who's graciously provided us with a Land Cruiser to go hunting with, he put it perfectly. He said to me that he hadn't psychologically prepared himself to walk after lechwe. We really thought this was going to be easy. Anyway, first thing we did is we got my daughter Courtney onto onto some sticks, and she managed to put a really good shot onto a nice lechery.
It was supposed to be Free and Courtney shooting that day. Courtney shot hers with a neck shot, drained it of blood completely.
Courtney Stein, our intrepid camera lady, she shot her lechery first of all, and also perfect neck shot, all planned, went down straight away.
We thought it was a hell of a nice lechery. We realized later that our trophy judgment skills lack a little bit. I think over the last couple of days we've managed to tweak that a little bit.
Free unfortunately didn't manage to get his. They just didn't present him with an opportunity. So I went and snuck up on with Dad and did a hard shot on that. We thought that it was gone, but the scout found him sitting under a tree or in one of these giant tree clump things. You'll likely see it in the video.
We had put a really nice stalk onto it. Had to use my shoulder to shoot it. It was probably about 120 yards. He did a beautiful hard shot on it. It went about 60 yards where it died. It was found by the scout. He did a good job. Day 2, we went to a new area, which is a lot closer to the campsite, and we decided that Fourie would go and shoot first.
We got up to a herd of lechery. There were about, 2, 3, how many bulls were there? How many males were there in that group?
I'm not really sure, around like 5 or 10.
Yeah, and we tried to find the biggest one. And Fourie and I did a short little stalk up to a anthill. Got him on the sticks, and it moved off, eh?
It moved off to the left, then we approached a bit further to the corner of the anthill, then positioned ourselves to the right of it, and then I took the shot.
Yeah, and Fourie took a shot, perfect shoulder shot. The lechery ran for about 100 yards and went down. And that was the first one in the bag.
Fourie then went with Charles Moody, who's a very capable hunter. And Charles put Fourie onto a really good lechery, and he took a slightly quartering away shot on it with a 30-06, and yeah, didn't even go 100 meters as far as I'm concerned, and it went down. And after that, myself and Charles, we came up with a plan, because walking after these lechery just doesn't seem to work. You know, you can walk and they just walk and they walk and they walk and they just keep that safe distance between you where you can't get a shot in.
Mr. Stein and I, Marius Stein, our tour group leader, him and I went up, same thing, we drove with a pickup and we found a herd of, must have been 1,000 lechery. And we got out, we walked up to them and found an anthill, and yeah, he took a bit of time to get his rifle loaded and find the right ammo, but eventually, after about 15 minutes, we got to the anthill. I had already shot mine by then.
Charles got out and he smoked a really good lechery, very good. I think it's the biggest one of the week. I had a little bit of trouble with my rifle. I couldn't get into position quick enough. But anyway, I managed to get where I needed to be, and I took a rather long shot, but it worked out.
It was dead, perfect shoulder shot. And then Marius shot one, also perfect shoulder shot. Anyway, Bretty Chan, he shot his lechwe.
We managed to get a really nice lechwe with Brett. It was a little bit more difficult. We tried to do the walk and stalk thing again. Really hard, really hard to do walk and stalk on these guys.
My second one today, which proved to be very difficult to shoot. They took us to a new spot, which wasn't far. It's about 1 kilometer from where we are now. And they just wouldn't stop moving. We spotted a really nice one this morning. He had a limp on him, but he had big horns. We won't say where lechwe pH is yet, but we estimated it around, I'd say 25 to 28 inches, which is quite a decent size. I like that one quite a lot. He had good mass, he was quite wide, but he just didn't want to provide a good enough shot for me. So we kept following him. Lots of frustration because they just wouldn't stop moving. Eventually we got to the point where we used Dad and Charles' approach that we used yesterday, which was follow them with the cruiser and then park it, get out quickly, get set up, and then just as they walk past, see which one you like and then clap it. And that's what I did today. He's a little bit bigger. He's 59 centimeters. So he's not the biggest in the world, but it does give me a reason to come back one day and give it another bash. Hopefully get that Roland Ward 80 centimeter lechwe that is so elusive.
But we eventually managed to find Brett a really nice lechwe, which he shot, a beautiful neck shot. And yeah, that was lechwe number 6, Brett's second lechwe. And then this morning, it was decided last night that Fourie would shoot Charles' second lechwe. He was graciously gave him his second lechwe. And I would shoot my second lechwe. So we decided that Fourie would go and shoot his first one. He put a really good shot on his lechwe. It didn't go down as quickly as we expected it to, but then Charles put a coup de grace on that one. But yeah, that was quite early this morning. And then I went to shoot my second one, which was a bit of a disaster. I didn't hit it where I expected to hit it. It was a stuff up, to be honest. Anyway, we eventually found it, killed it, and they're busy skinning that at the moment. So that's 8 lechwe down, and we have, what's the name? We've managed to keep all the meat and utilize all the meat. And I am the butt of the joke at the moment because I don't know where the heart is on the lechwe. Apparently it's not in its arse, it's on the other side. So yeah, yeah, altogether it's been a really good week. Good time spent with some friends and my kids, which I cherish. And yeah, we will definitely be doing this again. Tomorrow we leave, pack everything up, load all the meat, get back to reality, yeah.